Yes, welcome back to yet another edition of the Norman Kato podcast. Today's show is about to be energetic, controversial, emphatic. You're going to have it all. Yeah, because today uh, I have Ken, a United. Uh, this guy is just well known for his controversial comments about football. Like sometimes it gets on my nerves, but yeah, I like that it is football. So I'm really excited to have him on the show. He's representing United. I hope, man, you don't disappoint your fans.
No, I'm here for them. I'm representing.
You're representing.
Yep.
Okay, all right, that's good. I have Oscar is a regular. We have so far done numerous shows with him, so you're already familiar with his face. So without going any further, let's have our new guest Ken introduce himself, and yeah, Oscar will do it. Yeah.
Hello, viewers. My name is Ken. He has already partially introduced me. I'm a United fan, but I think I said I'm controversial, but I'm not. I'm not really controversial. What differentiates me from other United fans is that sometimes I really look into the facts. You get, like, I'm not a kind of fan who is sentimentally attached to like players or coaches. Yeah, if a coach is not performing, obviously I will call him out.
Yeah.
You get, sometimes I lose the patience. And yes, I think that the point Norman is bringing that I'm controversial is because I like banter. Yeah, I banter him a lot, so he calls me that. I get into his nerves sometimes, but that is the
Yeah.
beauty of football. That is what makes football the interesting sport that we all look out to.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you for having me, and I really appreciate the opportunity. I hope you have a very good show. Yeah.
Exactly. You're welcome. You're always welcome, bro. Oscar,
Thank you, bro.
how have you been, bro? Talk to
I've
me.
been good. I've been good. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I've been good. I've been looking at this week how things have been shifting. Of course, transfers have cooled down a bit, but we have now come at the beginning of business.
Yeah.
Things the season is beginning. So yeah, we have spoken all that we have spoken. It's now time to present your case on the pitch. So yeah, let's go.
All right. Well, everyone is pretty pumped for the new season. Yeah, we are all excited. Clubs have made signings. At least every club has made two or three uh, new signings. Well, Premier League starts today. Liverpool will be opening up. Will be curtain raising. We don't know how that will play out for them because it's going to be pretty emotional, remembering Jota and all that. But yeah, we will see how they fare on. They are curtain raising the day, and
Mm.
for all fans out there, yeah, football is back, and weekends have been boring, man. I don't know about you, but yeah, weekends have been dull without soccer.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
of course, weekends have been really boring. Eh?
mm,
As a United fan, I've obviously been looking to the season starting, but you know, we go on about our weekdays, hoping that the best will come for the weekend. But you know, United, it has
mm,
been the same. It has been disastrous for us previously, but you know,
yeah,
every season, coming into every season, we are very hopeful that things are going to change. Yeah, and that is what makes it even more interesting. That because it's the
mm.
hope that always kills. Yeah,
Keep
but
hope
Alex
alive.
regardless,
is coming for you in the
regardless, we
comment.
are happy that the season is starting and we are hoping for the best. We
Ken,
can't. Yeah.
Alex is already coming for you in the comment section. Like, you're like a border guy. You're so inconsistent.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's all
Alex,
about banter. This is why we're
Alex hasn't replied to my last comment
mm,
after their loss against their recent loss. Yeah, I sent him
against
some
Or
who?
stuff
against
and he hasn't replied.
Palace.
I know you saw them.
Mm. But by the way, we can start on that game about the Community Shield. Oscar, you're the Liverpool fan here representing well.
Mm.
I want you to speak about
Yeah.
that performance because it was a game of two halves. You guys played so well in the halftime.
Mm.
Then second
Mm.
half, yeah, you started falling off a bit. I
Mm.
realized you didn't have the best of his days. Take
Mm.
us through what really happened. Why did you lose?
First and foremost, I would like to say that congratulations to Crystal Palace. They were the better team on that day, especially in the second half. Like you say, it was a game of two halves. But as
Mhm.
much as first half, it seemed like Liverpool had it. In my view, I feel that Crystal Palace had a strategy that they actually executed well. And if I'm to comment on the performance entirely, on Liverpool's side in particular, I was not surprised
Mm.
because it's a performance I've seen before. For me, Liverpool has very many issues. We can talk of the defense. We can talk of any other area. Maybe it's a forward line that has been, changed a lot, even including the defense as well. But for me, I still believe that Liverpool's biggest problem, despite selling and buying and bringing in new players, I believe that Liverpool's biggest problem is not necessarily the bench, like it has been sometime, uh, some seasons, probably especially during Klopp's time. It's not necessarily the forward line, it's not necessarily the defense. My view is that Liverpool's biggest issue is actually the midfield. That
Yeah,
is for me my biggest, because I have always said it even since last season that any team that has a half decent midfield, a midfield that can press, a midfield that can possess the ball, they will go through Liverpool's midfield like it's a highway.
yeah.
Now, what Crystal Palace did is they had this Wharton guy, they brought on this Hughes guy, of which it was for me it was a surprise that he didn't start. This Hughes guy comes on. Then they have, of course, the ball players, Eze, they have the Senegalese guy, the
Mm.
guy who scored both goals. Then they have some wingers who also, then they have as well Mateta. These players interchange, those forward players, they do interchange in spaces. And if you
Mm.
watch all the goals, or even if you watch any or all their chances, these guys, all Crystal Palace's chances, all were very similar, and most of them were coming through the midfield because the midfield is porous. Liverpool has a very good entire team moving forward. But when we
Yeah,
start talking about defending, there's a very big issue with it's not necessarily the defense because the defense has actually people who can defend. We can say one or two things about the new, the left and right back that have come in. I still believe Kakis is a very good defender. I really like defenders who can handle their own one-on-one. I believe he's a
yeah.
very good defender. I don't know much about Frimpong. I haven't yet seen enough. But
Mm.
Liverpool's biggest issue is in the midfield. The
Mm.
moment those guys are beaten, first of all, they are not fast. They are very good going forward, but they are not fast. You get.
But,
And these guys who they are playing against are people who, first of all, apply a lot of energy, intensity. You get, as they are trying to, and they were actually outmatched. Liverpool was outmatched. For anyone who would like reference, you just if you look at the Crystal Palace game is similar to Liverpool last season. Second leg against Wolves, it's similar to Liverpool against Aston Villa. It is similar to
mm.
what happened between Liverpool and Chelsea. It is similar to what happened between Liverpool and Arsenal. Liverpool, Man U, second leg. Now, those are just a couple that I've given so that people can at least have an idea of what I'm talking about. But the thing is that the only thing is that Salah bailed us out in most of those games. You get.
Yeah.
But this time in Crystal Palace, Salah was really not because of I believe very many changes, in how the style of play and probably it wasn't his day. There was no one to bail out the team. So we really had the wrath of Crystal Palace. And I'm actually surprised that they did actually win in 90 minutes. So for me, I
Mm.
believe uh, Slot has his hands full this season. If he believes that that's the same midfield that he's going to go with, the one thing he needs to make sure that he does is that we have to outscore teams. And I believe that the only way that can happen is if you bring Isak, which I believe is going to be a topic which I'll talk about at some point. But
Yeah.
I believe that Ekitike alone is not going to help, and I'll give you my reasons probably later, if unless you want me to give them right now. But
Mm.
I believe it's not going to be enough. I believe that you need an Isak. because we are not going to win games 1-0 this season. I believe it's going to be games of 1-3, 3-1, 4-3, 5, we shall have to outscore teams. I
My
don't
close
believe,
yeah,
probably the only
I
hope
remember
we have for a clean sheet is that,
that Liverpool
yeah,
that was led by Brendan Rodgers used to just outscore teams.
exactly. And you see, the difference so with that team is that the keeper wasn't really that good. But now
Mm,
that we have a keeper like Alisson, that is the
yeah.
one guy that I trust even on a one-on-one. That unless the ball enters into the net, I'm still sure that it's not going to be a goal. Yes, so
Mm,
that is the only assurance I have when it comes to Liverpool in terms of being scored. But
mm.
in any other case, he has to make sure that they have to make sure that they get Isak over the line. Latest this season should be January, and I hope that doesn't reach there. I pray it doesn't reach there because they
Mm.
really need him. They really need him. Yeah.
Well, before Ken jumps in on that topic, uh, you very well know that I predicted Liverpool to be champions this season.
Yes.
I'll stick on it. But well,
Mm,
what I saw on the weekend was actually the same problem like you have always spoke about defensive
mm,
midfield. You guys need that
yes.
defensive midfielder, and
Yeah.
surprisingly, you're not looking into the market. I don't know what
No.
they're doing, but well,
No.
for me, the Community Shield is just a glorified Super Cup. For me, it doesn't really intersect on the way the season is going to play out because Arsenal
Mm.
has won a couple of those and went ahead not to win the league. So me, it's no issue losing the Community Shield, though it is always fun to win it because as a
Mm-hmm.
fan you
Mm.
want to win something well. But yeah,
Yeah.
when you win
Yeah.
it, it's a trophy. When you don't win it, yeah, it is just a
Yeah.
shield. Well,
Yeah.
Ked, what are your thoughts on
Yes.
the Community Shield game?
Well, I think he has highlighted the most of the stuff, eh?
Mm,
But personally, I think Crystal Palace was unlucky to not finish that game in 90 minutes. You get, and there are actually a lot of controversies, yeah, in that game. If you look
mm,
at that handball by, on a good day, that would be a penalty.
McAllister.
That handball by was it McAllister?
yeah.
McAllister, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it was clear as day that he had caught the ball in the net. I mean, in that crucial position, but he
Mm,
got away
Yeah.
with it.
Mm.
It was. I mean, I think the positives that Liverpool can take from this game is the newcomers have scored, Ekitika and
mm,
Frimpong.
Frimpong.
Yeah,
yeah.
Mm.
Frimpong. I think he's going to have a good season. I think he's one of those players that I'm going to be
Offensively,
banking on. I think he's one
offensive,
of those players that
like,
I'm going to be having in my fantasy, yeah, because I believe he's going to give us some points. Yeah.
mm,
So I think Crystal Palace deserve because they've really worked hard to even just get into to playing that game, yeah. So after
Yeah.
very many years, they deserved something for their hard work. Yeah, because
Mm.
I mean Liverpool has been winning a lot in the recent years. So to me,
mm.
it was fair enough for Crystal Palace to go away with that trophy. Yeah, that
Well,
is.
speaking on Frimpong, Ken said that he assumes that he will have a good season. Well, let's remind ourselves that Frimpong flourished in a back three formation,
Yeah.
under
Yeah.
Alonso. And Liverpool doesn't play
Yeah.
such. Well, with Liverpool, first of all, you have slow centre backs in Van Dijk and Konate. And I don't expect actually Van Dijk to have a very good season after first of all signing a new big contract. And on top of that, these guys have not really rested. They have not had a good holiday. So I expect those two centre backs to be a bit leggy. We all know Konate's knees are gone at this time. I don't know if he lied about his age, no. But he
It
used
is hard. It's hard when
that's
you're from when
why
you were born
Liverpool
from that side.
Mark Guehi, the Crystal Palace captain.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I expect Frimpong to generate a lot of GA, of course, going forward, but
Mm.
defensively, I don't know.
Mm.
We'll see.
You have not
We'll
yet
see.
been tested.
Mm. Well, let's just start about the predictions. Of course, Liverpool is
Mm.
opening up the day. They are playing
Mm.
Bournemouth at Anfield. Let's all have our predictions. As I told you, you guys have to note down your predictions. So because we have to review them, people really need to know. You guys take take time to watch the games, or you just chip in with whatever thoughts you have. So let's put out the predictions, and we will view them on our next show.
Oh,
So Liverpool
okay.
against Bournemouth. I'll start with you, Oscar.
Liverpool 3-0.
Liverpool 3-0. Ken.
Personally, I think Liverpool
Mm.
having the home advantage, and on paper it's a better team. Yes, I think
Mm.
it's going to edge out Bournemouth, who have sold out. I think one of their best
Their
defense.
entire center
Yeah,
backs and the goalkeeper.
Kerkez, yeah, they've almost sold the entire defense. So I think
Yeah,
Liverpool is going to edge them 3-1 for me.
they
I
won.
feel like I don't see Liverpool not conceding in this game. So in my opinion, it will be 3-1.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Um, the day will be pretty emotional, and I expect Liverpool to bounce back. Of course, they are at Anfield. I don't really expect Bournemouth to give you such a hard time since they have sold almost their entire back four. And also, actually, Ouattara has gone to which team? Brentford or Nottingham? One of those. And he was one of their best.
Last I checked, it was still not yet a done deal. Is it done?
I think it's done. It's a done deal. So they look weak. I'll go for a 2-0 Liverpool.
Okay.
Um, Another game. Who has the fixture there to help me?
The next
I
game
have the
is going
fixture
to
here.
be the next
We
game
have
tomorrow
Aston
is,
Villa, Newcastle.
Okay. Aston Villa, Newcastle.
Aston
Okay.
sorry,
Aston Villa, Newcastle. Your predictions.
Aston Villa being at home,
Mm.
and Newcastle has its problems, eh? But I still see them edging out I mean Aston Villa. Yeah,
Away.
yeah. If they can, I mean, they're still good on paper, even without Isak being. I think they have assured us he's not going to be playing this game. Yeah,
Yeah, he won't play.
yeah. But still, they've tried to reinforce their team with Elanga. There, out of the big six, that is one of the players that have okay. Yeah, he proved
Mm.
last season that he can score. I mean, he can produce goals and assists. Yeah. So I
Mm.
think he's going to carry on with that in Newcastle, and my prediction will be Newcastle beating 2-1,
Newcastle winning
beating
2-1.
Aston Villa 2-1. Yeah.
Oscar,
uh a draw 1-1.
a draw 1-1. Well, Unai Emery
Both
at
both
Villa
teams
Park.
both teams are having challenges.
Yeah, Newcastle has his internal issues with Isak, and
Mm.
I don't really fancy them getting a win at Villa Park. I'll go with a 2-1 Aston Villa win. What's the next game?
Brighton,
My
Fulham,
today, so you guys will excuse me.
Brighton, Fulham.
Yeah, Brighton, Fulham. Oscar.
This is a tricky one. Both teams have not really been out in the they have not really been out there in the markets really doing much. If I'm to go by form of how they finished the season, I would say
Mm,
Fulham, but Brighton being at home, I'll give Brighton the win. I'll say 2-1, Brighton.
Brighton 2-1. Ken.
Mm.
For my prediction, I think this one will end in a draw. Yeah, both teams they've not been so active. Yeah, as he has mentioned, and
Mm,
Brighton sold one of their best attackers in João Pedro.
mm,
Yeah, so I don't know if they have plans of replacing him, or they have someone who is already going to replace him. So I
mm,
think I think that they won't be so good going forward this season. I
mm.
predict 1-1 for this game.
I won one.
I mean,
Well,
this is Brighton we're talking about. This guy is kind of let's wake up and find players from their academy. I don't know how they do it, but
yeah,
you'll be
They have
surprised
one
that they
of the
have
best
someone.
scouting
yeah,
strategies
they
out
have
there.
one of the best scouting teams in the league.
Exactly. So,
Well
hey,
done.
you don't count them out.
And you never know, they might get that 100 from United
Is
or Baleba.
Welbeck is Welbeck assured for this game? Because
I
Yeah,
hope
I
they
well,
think
don't. But one thing,
right.
the bat?
is Welbeck going to be playing this game? Because I think he
Yeah,
was
I think so. I think
okay.
well for me, I'll go with the 2-2. Yeah, I also feel it will be a draw. Fulham is still quiet in the market. Uh, yeah, I'll go with the 2-2. But what's the next game, Oscar?
Sunderland, West Ham.
Sunderland, West Ham. This is looking like a relegation type of game.
Yes,
Well,
yeah, that's
well,
true.
to be
Uh,
honest,
uh,
West Ham has been bad for a couple of seasons now. They have been really dicing with relegation. So I expect them to really struggle. And Sunderland made quite some good, decent signings. Premier League proven
mm,
players, by the way, in
mm,
Andingra and Granit Xhaka.
mm.
I uh, I expect a shocker. I expect Sunderland to win. They're at home,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, I also expect Sunderland to win.
Yeah, I'll go
Yeah,
with the 2-1.
You go with the 2-1, I'll go with the 1-0.
1-0.
1-0 Sunderland.
Ken.
personally, I would want beg to disagree.
Yeah.
Premier League
Mm.
has some standards. You can be
Mm,
shining. You
Yeah,
can be
uh-huh.
shining in the championship, but when you come here, I mean,
mm,
we saw
Hey,
that last season. All the three teams that came, they went back the way they
mm,
came. You
yeah.
understand? So, however much a team is struggling in the Premier League, it does not
Mm,
mm,
it does not make me feel like a team is going to come from championship and win over them. You
okay.
get? So
Mm,
West Ham has been struggling, even after bringing in Graham Potter. There, things have
yeah.
not worked out well.
Mm,
So I think they will struggle against majority of the teams in Premier League this season. But I see them
mm.
edging this one, unfortunately.
You
So
see them. Okay.
I see them winning 1-0.
One
Yeah.
zero.
okay.
Mm.
West Ham don't usually keep a clean sheet, so that is one of the going for a Sunderland win. They're at home. I expect Stadium of Light to be really jumping. They're excited to be
Mm,
back in the league.
mm.
Granit Xhaka leading the guys. Yeah, I'll go for a Sunderland win.
Henderson, ah, man. Those are
Yes.
hard guys only.
Mm. What's the next game, Oscar?
We have Tottenham Burnley. I'm giving Tottenham a win. I'll say
Mm.
Tottenham 2-0. The problem is Tottenham also doesn't keep clean sheets, but let me take it. Let me try to give them a benefit of doubt. Tottenham 2-0.
Ken,
Tottenham 3-0. That's my
Tottenham.
prediction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Burnley is so bad, guys. I watched them against Lazio. They couldn't offer anything going forward. They're so bad.
Mm, mm.
So I expect them to go down. So I'll go with and Tottenham. You guys could. I think you can agree with me. They're a pretty changed team under Thomas Frank. Uh,
Yeah, they look.
they performed so well, even with a lot of injuries against PSG. They gave
Mm.
PSG a hard time. So Spurs actually, if they happen to sign Eze and Savinho, they will
And
be
that's a problem.
hard opponent to beat. So uh,
That's going to be a big problem.
4-0 win for Spurs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So next we have Wolves and Man City.
Wolves, Manchester City.
Mm,
City has really signed well. Ryan Chucky, Tijan
mm.
Reinders. Yeah, I, ex- I expect this to be a normal win. Haaland,
What do you mean no
open,
more win?
yeah. I expect a 3-0 win, yeah, for me. Ken.
Man, Wolves, let's be honest. They
Mm,
struggled last season. I think they finished behind us. So we struggled
mm,
together.
yeah.
But they're a bad team generally.
And they have sold their
And
best player
they've sold Cunha.
and Ape Nuri.
And, yeah. So
Mm,
those guys are going to tank this season. I see them being relegated of finishing around their relegation. I don't expect anything from Wolves, so I'm going to give this one to Man City.
mm,
Yeah, and my prediction will be 3-0 still.
3-0.
Mine
Also,
will mine will be 3-1.
you
3-1
want.
Man City. Mm.
Okay. You're giving Wolves a goal.
I'm giving Wolves a goal because they are at home, just to make them get excited a bit.
Okay.
Yes. So next we have Chelsea, Crystal Palace.
Chelsea, Crystal Palace. I predicted Chelsea to come third. We'll go there. Simply because they have really added some good players into their squad, and
Mm,
they looked so good in Bristol. Um,
mm,
I like the fact that Maresca isn't scared to change things when uh, the tactics are not working out. He's a brave coach,
mm,
and
mm.
I think he has now cleared most of the dead wood. Um, Man, you guys, Chelsea know how to sell players. Honestly, they know the market. I don't know how they really tricked Arsenal in paying 50M for Madueke.
Come, come
I
on. If
am
they could do
back.
that for Havertz, 60. Do you know that
Yo,
Arsenal paid 60 for Havertz?
yo, man, I don't understand this. So North London rivals. Nah, it's not really.
They're not rivals. They are
They are
business partners.
rivals, man. The amount of players we trade every year.
You know what is
Okay,
a transfer window without Arsenal buying from Chelsea?
Buying a
and
player from Chelsea. I mean,
Yeah,
our our players go there and win stuff, but the players they sell
mm,
to us, they never do anything to the club. It pisses me off. But yeah, we'll go there. Chelsea at home against Crystal Palace. Palace is a
mm,
decent opponent. We saw that against Liverpool, but Chelsea have
yeah.
the they will be flying. Yeah, Cole
Mm,
Palmer with assist.
mm.
I go for a 3-1 Chelsea win. Oscar.
I'll go for a 2-2. Just because I believe Crystal Palace shocked us and they haven't yet lost their players. If they had
Mm,
lost their players by now, I would say they are going to. We are talking about unless those players just decide to save themselves for their next team. But
yeah.
if Gehi and Eze turn up, I'm believing
Mhm.
that Crystal Palace is going to put up a really good fight. And if Chelsea still brings up the same thing of their kind of immaturity of last season,
Mm,
definitely they will draw this game or even lose it. I mean, with Crystal Palace, you can't rule that out. So for me,
yeah.
I'll go for 2-2.
You too. Ken.
uh, I think Chelsea is going to win this game. My prediction will be 3-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea winning
Mm,
3-2. Crystal Palace is good. It's good, and they showed that against Liverpool. Yeah, if they can carry on that
yeah.
strength that they showed, I feel like they're going to be able to score 2 goals. But at the end of the day, Chelsea is going to edge them out with more goals. I see this newcomer, João Pedro, scoring a brace and maybe a goal from Palmer.
Actually, I was
Yeah.
watching
Come on.
some podcast yesterday. Well, one of the panelists predicted Joao Pedro to be a top scorer. Okay, they asked. Okay, just to make uh, everything clear, they asked them to make
What was the evidence?
take.
What
You
was
know,
the?
it was a world take,
Oh,
so it's understandable.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah. So well,
Honestly,
but
That man has never scored. He has never scored 10 goals in Premier League.
yeah, that's true. That's a fact.
but he was in Brighton. Personally, I also think João Pedro joining Chelsea, that is one of the best transfers we are going to see this season, because I feel like he
Mm.
has fitted right into that team. Yeah, because we also
Okay.
what he delivered in the preseason. So I
Yeah,
feel like he's going to be a very important player for Chelsea
for
going.
Chelsea.
He's going to put up the numbers. I believe so, because he has shown that
Okay.
he has the hunger and the vigor to play for a top team. Yeah, he
Mm.
has not. He has not. I mean, his best season I think has been 10 goals, and that was it last season. Yeah.
Yeah, it was last season.
So
If
so
I may.
yeah.
Yes. Yes, yes,
Keep it.
yeah. You continue.
So I think he's
No,
going to
let him finish.
going
Let
to
him finish.
perform well.
But if I may, you see, you guys are ruling out something. There is a
Mm.
very big difference between a tournament and an entire season.
Yeah.
Mm.
This guy has never scored those number of goals. You guys are asking to squeeze the water out of a rock. I mean, only God has ever squeezed the water out of a rock. And for you, you're trying to do it as a human being. The guy has never scored those number of goals. If you're saying that his number of goals are going to increase, I have no argument there because I believe he's in a better team. But if you're saying he's going to be a top scorer or even score 20 goals, you see, let's leave out this thing about goal contributions. I really hate hearing that word, goal contributors. What hate goal contribution? Is he coming in as a striker or is coming in as someone who's going to play on the wing? If he's coming in as someone who's going to play on the wing, I believe 100% is going to what achieve because I'm not expecting you don't expecting him to be a top scorer. You get, but if he's coming in as a striker to play in the middle, we are expecting over 20 goals. That guy has never even scored what 10 or 15 goals in a season in a Premier League season, just Premier League alone, and you're asking him to do that. That is a tournament. It's like when you see Havertz performing very well in Euros, and then you start saying that he's going to be the top scorer the next season. I mean, come on, guys. A tournament is very different. It's very different from a what? From a Premier League season. It's these are 9 months or 8 months we're talking about, not 3 weeks, man. Eh? Not
Eh,
3 weeks. So yeah, that's my take.
For me
well,
personally, I want to differ because, bro,
mm,
Chelsea has a lot of, Palmer is going to be. I mean, if you compare the creativity of Chelsea and Brighton, you get
Mm,
Brighton is. I mean, Chelsea is far better with the likes of
mm,
Palmer, who's going to be contributing for him. So I feel
I
like
agree.
that the environment alone is going to encourage him to even put in more strength. Obviously, being in
Mm,
Chelsea will make him have a lot of pressure because you see, Nicholas Jackson, he has been
yeah,
putting up
yes.
at least on average 15 goals, but we don't see
Are
him
you
as a,
sure?
a top player. You get, because he's in Chelsea. But Yao Pedro, he has been doing 10, 10, 9, but we have seen him as a decent player because he was categorized as a Brighton player. Yeah, so
mm,
Chelsea comes with a lot of pressure, but I mean, he's surrounded by good players who might help him to achieve um, better statistics. Yeah, so I don't expect magic from him, but I feel like he's going to score in the range of 15 to 18 goals.
okay.
Yeah.
If I may, if
Yeah,
yes, yes, Norman.
just for me to counter what Ken has said about creating chances and all that, do you realize how many chances Brighton create in a game? That team creates a lot of chances, by the way. They create a lot of chances. And trust me, Joao Pedro is one of those strikers that misses a lot. That's for a
Mm,
fact. Yeah. So for me, because he has moved to Chelsea and you expect him to score more. Of course, he can score more because he has a better playmaker in Cole Palmer. But uh, it's just wild to think that Joao Pedro will be a top scorer in the league. I didn't understand what that pundit was actually on about, but yeah, I know they asked them to make a wild take, but that was very wild actually. That was very
mm.
wild. Yeah, I can't bet my
Uh,
life on it.
y- let me just help my brother here.
Mm.
Uh, so Nicholas Jackson has actually scored 24 goals in his Premier League career. Now we
That
are
is
talking
how
about
many
the same.
seasons?
Right?
How many seasons?
Yes,
That was
That
in
is
two seasons.
second.
three.
This is the second season.
Yeah.
See, that was
This
his
is the
debut.
second. This is
Actually, people think Jackson is a bad striker, but he scored some good goals, man. That is a good
He has
scoring run.
scored. I'm just trying to make my brother here understand something that in La
Yeah,
Liga, this guy was really he was prolific. He was
mm,
prolific in La Liga, but
yeah,
he was having a really good season in La Liga. When he came to Premier League, of course, the assumption is now he's around players who are doing what, who are providing better things like
yeah,
that. So it means he's going to score more. But it's actually not the case. So I'm just trying to lay down the case for also Yao Pedro, whereby when you're saying that because he's around better players, it's not because he's around better players, but I believe his number of goals might increase. But saying that he's going to now start all of a sudden scoring, it's like numbers, scoring Mo Salah numbers or Haaland numbers. Man, it is a
yeah,
wild take, but you know what? Let's watch. Let's watch and see how this what the season brings.
yeah, exactly. So, Ken, you've gone for what? Your
I've
prediction?
gone for Chelsea winning 3-2.
We're on
3-2.
Chelsea. Chelsea 3-2.
Sorry?
Yes.
Okay. Oscar.
Chelsea against
Yeah.
Crystal
The
Palace
next
3.
one, just a Crystal Palace. So the next one is Forest against Brentford.
Forest against Brentford. So,
Yeah.
both teams have sold players, and Brentford looks to be weak this season. They have sold their captain Noga to Arsenal, Mbeumo to United.
Mm.
Thomas Frank, their head coach, has gone to Tottenham, and they look
It's
to
a big
lose
change
Johan Wissa also. Actually, Johan
to
Wissa is
Newcastle.
trying to force a transfer. So
Mm.
I think Brentford will be in a relegation battle this season. Honestly, they have lost their core. You can't lose your head coach, your captain, and two
Mm.
of your best players. Moreover, foreign players that have really scored for you guys. And I don't
Mm.
and they have not signed. They have not signed. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
expect them to be so weak, man. So Nottingham sold Elanga, but at least they managed to keep on Gibbs White, their captain.
Yes.
We all
Yes.
thought he was heading to Tottenham, but man,
Tottenham.
their owner is a strict owner. He's like a mafia. Said no, you're going nowhere. You're still here.
The guy is proactive. He's proactive,
Yeah,
and I like that about an owner. I like that about an owner. He's not an owner who. He's not an owner
mm,
who is. He really wants success. He really wants success.
yeah, yeah. So for me, I'll go with the Nottingham win, 2-0.
Same.
Yeah,
Same. Two
personally,
nil.
Ken?
for me, I think just like Norman, I think this is going to be a disastrous season for Brentford. I
Yeah.
mean, they've let go of literally all their good players.
Mm,
Nogard, that playmaker, Nogard has gone to Arsenal and he has, I mean, he has scored. I think he scored a goal in the last preseason game.
mm,
They have sold Mbeumo, so and Johan Wissa is also going. So I feel like, man, the season is going to really be bad for them. So there's no
mm.
way Nottingham Forest is going to be losing this game. So my prediction will be 2-0.
2-0. Oscar,
Yeah.
Two
Kelleher
two zero.
is going in for a hard job. Eh? His debut season will be a hard one.
I really feel sorry for him because I really think that there was no reason for him to be sold unless he
Yeah,
wanted to go. But I feel like there was no reason for him to go. That 30 million for buying that Philly, I believe should have been put to other use.
yeah.
That's just my view. Yeah, that's just my
He's
view
a top
because I
keeper.
feel
First team football.
yeah I feel like there's no difference between Davashvili and what they are all good goal stoppers. So
Yeah,
basically, it's like substituting an Irish I mean an Irish for a Georgian, just almost similar in my
yeah.
view.
So let's go to the next game.
The next one is the big one, Man U, Arsenal.
Oh, yeah. Manu versus
Yeah,
us. Ken, I know you have a lot to say about this game.
I will let you guys
How
cancel this one
about
out. Then for me, I'll come and speak later.
I'm going to speak about. Uh, I'm going to give my clear view, particularly on this game and what I expect. Then Ken, I'll give you your time. You'll have all the
Mhm.
time to say whatever you want. Well,
Assured.
first of all, um, this is where I'm going to bring in the comments of our former captain, Tony Adams.
Yeah. Okay.
He,
Okay.
he was live speaking to a very big audience, and
Mm,
he made a comment that to some fans, uh, it was controversial, harsh, but man, this is someone who has won it, seen it all. You get it?
mm,
He
mm,
led Arsenal to so many trophies. Well, this is what he said. He doesn't feel that Odegaard can lead Arsenal to a Premier League title. I've spoken about Odegaard so many times. People that interact with me about football and Arsenal in particular know. I said Odegaard is not a captain material. And uh, to be specific, Adams said at least Rice should be Arsenal's captain. I can't
mm,
argue about it. Because for
mm,
me, I've always endorsed Declan Rice or Gabriel Magalhaes to be our captains. Because in so many games, these are the guys that don't hide. These are the guys that you see that are speaking. Odegaard, so many big games, the guy is hiding. He's a ghost, non-existent, and is our captain. To put the record straight, Odegaard is the most substituted Arsenal captain in history. Well, you tell me, how are you going to really lead the troops on the bench? Most of the times you're on the bench. How are you going to lead us? How are you leading us when you're hiding? You're not inspirational. I mean, he had a bad season. Last season was so bad for him, like I stopped watching some of the games because I could get frustrated watching Odegaard with our captaincy. I've watched at least, I've been fortunate to watch a few Arsenal captains, and to be honest, most of those guys they have led by example. Thierry Henry, I didn't watch much of Vieira, you know. I started watching football in 2005, you know. So at least I watched Van Persie, Henry, Fabregas. Those guys could lead by example, command, and also performances. Odegaard has only performed in Arsenal for one season. And when we needed him most, he didn't show up. So how can I really argue with Tony Adams? Most fans are, Arsenal fans are so emotional that any comments by former players, they're triggered, feel they are offended. But if there is someone who really earns the right to talk about Arsenal, should be Tony Adams, because he has won it all. He has led teams to titles and trophies. Well, speaking on the game, um, we have so far made how many signings? Nogard, Madueke, Yokerez, and Zubimendi. For me, out of those four, I would
Mosquera.
only, and Mosquera, out of those signings, I would only point out to Yokerez and Zubimendi has the main signings, because I don't expect Nogard to be starting games. I don't expect Mosquera to be starting games. No Kepa. So this is the thing. Are those two guys, Zubimendi and Gyökeres, supposed to close the gap on Liverpool and City? I don't think so, because in terms of quality, player to player, those two teams are better. They have a better squad and they have a better forward line. But apparently, Arsenal fans are claiming this should be the season because Gyökeres has come. I love Gyökeres, yeah. I was very excited about the signing. But do I expect him to really score 30 goals in his debut season? No, I don't expect that. Secondly, our style of play, we don't really play to his strengths. This is where I bring in Arteta. Personally, I predicted Arsenal to finish fourth because of Arteta's tactics and formation. I've watched the preseason. Arsenal hasn't changed. There's nothing that has changed. The only thing that is positive to talk about is Zubimendi. But am I surprised on the way he plays? No. He's a good player. That is why Liverpool wanted him and other clubs. So anyone very excited about Zubimendi and Gyökeres really pushing us to a title. You've not really watched football for so long. Actually, Arsenal will struggle so hard this season. They will, because our left wing hasn't been sorted. We expect Martinelli to still be starting games, man. 2025, we still have Martinelli as the winger. Are we actually serious?
I can
Really?
give you. I can
And
give you. I can give
apparently,
you Ganacho.
Garnacho, are you? Yo, bro, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off, man. I expect Arsenal to upgrade. Why aren't we signing Rodrigo? He's on the market.
Bro, he's
He's
100
still,
M.
I mean, behave like a big club. There is a lot of waffle from Josh and his father that, yeah, we are going to go big in the market and all that. But are we really doing that? We are not. We are known. Liverpool is signing players and they're still going for Isak after even signing Ekitike. And you're telling me that Arsenal will win the league, right? Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? This is what Arsenal fans should know. We are going to have another season, another roller coaster season, full of emotions. Of course, we'll have those big performances, but those big wins will beat you, maybe United or Liverpool or City. But winning the trophy, Arteta won't lead Arsenal to any major tournament. No, he won't. He's not the man for the job. Man, this is his sixth season. Sixth. Thomas Frank has already played PSG and has shown that he's capable of winning a title. He has been at Spurs for only how many? A month? Not even a month. Spurs is already showing signs. And mind you, this is one of the teams we were mocking for not winning trophies. They have won the Europa League now.
Manu let them in.
I'm going to speak about them. Don't worry. Spurs has won a European trophy in the last season. Arsenal, for 6 consecutive seasons, we have nothing to show. Our coach even had the audacity to call Community Shield a trophy, man. This is how low this guy has lowered us. I mean, how can you be in a press conference and you boldly say Community Shield is a trophy? Is this how low we have really come? Really? I mean, finishing second in another league wouldn't be a bad season for a team. But man, people are calling us bridesmaids. For 3 years, 3 seasons, we are finishing second. That is exhausting. I actually expect the coach to come out and hold himself accountable. You know,
And
just
resign.
say the truth. Call out people. Tell us this is not good enough. But
Mm,
your fans are now. Whenever you lower your standards,
mm,
fans, players, they buy into your narrative. You get it? Because
mm,
we are used, just like the Wenger days. We were used to finishing fourth and we felt that it is okay finishing fourth every year.
mm.
And this is where we are going with Arteta. Are the owners going to have the audacity to fire him? I don't think so. The guy is so comfortable, he has a lot of power. And I I predict between him and Beta, one of the two is going to leave the other on the job because Bata is ruthless. He's a director that loves to win. And if Arteta is not showing that, there will be conflict. I think you've already seen it in the transfer. He opted for Sesko, but I wanted Gyökeres. So I think he's already, as Oscar previously said, he already has an excuse. He didn't get the striker he wanted. Well, that striker
That
is
is
at it right now. We are going to
it's a
see
it's a prepared it's
find
a
the wrong
prepared excuse.
striker or the right striker. We will see. Well,
It's a
Dwight,
prepared excuse.
United made some good additions. They have signed Bemo, Cunha, and Pedro Leon. They look good. But I tell you what, you've not
Sheshko.
fixed your midfield. You have not fixed your midfield. You're still weak. I don't expect you to outplay Arsenal. I don't expect you to do that. What you're going to do, you're going to be playing on transitions. We have better defense. We will win those duels. I don't expect to lose this game. I say it with chest. United, you're still not ready to compete. However much I diss my team, I criticize my team, I don't think
Hey,
United ready. You're not ready. You have the same problems. Trust me, your goal tally will increase, of course. But you have so many, by the way, achievements to hit this season. First of all, you first prove us that you can win 2 games in a row. You didn't do that last season. Did you? Did you do that? No. So
We did it in
that's one of the
preseason.
targets you have to do. That is one of the targets you have to reach. Win 2 games in a row. And now, this
how can that be a
game,
target for a big team?
hey, however much I know my team is not going to win the title, but there are teams I know I won't lose to. And for the last 3 years, I've shown you that you have not beat me. Even last season, we had the worst performances at Old Trafford. You couldn't win. You couldn't. So what do you have in store for us? Mbemo, Cunha, we have already played those guys. There's nothing new we are going to see. Ruben Amorim is not even one of the top 5 coaches in the league. So do you expect that guy to bring you back in top 4? I don't think so. So my prediction, boldly, I'm picking a
Mm,
2-0 goal lead. Actually,
wow,
why don't I go for a 3-1? Because that's what we are used to.
wow.
3-1 win, Arsenal.
At
Yes.
OT.
Mhm.
Saying it with chest. You guys can give me Ken.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm done.
I start, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to first hint on the Tony Adams comment that
Yeah.
Captain Odegaard cannot win the PL.
Mm,
Hmm.
You know, I think he's also frustrated like any other Arsenal fan because Odegaard did not stand up to the standards that they expected from him. Because in the previous season, he showed that he can do well. Yeah, he's a good player, but last season and we can't blame him because last season he had some injuries. Okay, he had some injuries that hindered
I
him,
should
and
blame him. Sorry to really interrupt you.
yes,
He came back where apparently we were missing his creativity. When he came back, how did he do? How did he
no,
perform?
yes,
This guy is not good enough. He's not
I'm
at
still
the
going.
same level as the
I'm still
last
going.
previous midfielders we had. He's not at the same level as Santi Cazorla, Sex Fabregas, Aaron Ramsey, Mesut Ozil. I can go on and on and on. Continue.
Okay, what I'm saying is, I'm still. Let me complete my point. He was
Okay.
injured for some time, and that's how we got to see the brilliance of Ethan Nwaneri. Yeah? So, but as a captain, for me personally, as a rival fan, I think he has been a decent captain for 4 years now, and under him, Arsenal has finished second. I think 3 times,
That's not the trophy.
which is good. Honestly, in my opinion, that is good. Yes, you could have expected as an Arsenal fan, yeah, you could have expected them to win. But I mean, other players, other teams are also not. They're not going to be blindfolded. Okay, they're not going to fold their arms and say, okay, let's. You get so Tony Adams. Yes, he
This start
right
ahead
and
of
wrong.
Bruno?
Sorry?
Does he start ahead of Bruno?
No, I'm still bringing my point. Okay,
Does
Tony
he start
Adams.
ahead of Bruno?
Look, Bruno is a good captain, but where did
Yo,
United
guys,
finish last
tell me
season?
yes or no. Does he start ahead of Bruno?
No, he won't. He won't. Okay, this is my point. My point is that a captain will not perform miracles, just like the manager. You can't perform miracles, honestly. You see, he's just supposed to be like an extension of the coach. He's supposed to voice the coach on the pitch. Okay, times have changed. Tony Adams is used to the Roy Keane kind of coach. I mean, kind of captains who back at other players and shout. That football has evolved. We have more humble or different characters of we have different characters of
Captain.
captains in recent football.
Yeah.
Okay, so personally, I do not blame Odegaard. You know, we can say that yes, Rice might be a better, but we don't know that, because what if you give him the opportunity and he does not deliver, he does not win the league? What are you going to say then? Are you going to say that, okay, now Gabriel, because I think those are the, if you're looking for a player who can back and who can back at other players and that kind of profile, then Gabriel might be even a better, Gabriel Megales might be a better captain in that sense. So for me personally, I think Tony Adams is just outraged. He's looking at it like a fan, okay, because he wants better for the team. So he's not looking, because
Can I
Arteta
chip
is
in
a
a
better coach. Yes,
Can I chip in a bit?
yes, please.
Well, you said that Tony Adams wants a captain that is audible and all that. Well,
Yes.
Odegaard is not audible, but also his performances are not inspirational. There's one thing, uh, uh, talking on the field and also playing better than anyone else. So you have to inspire your fellow teammates in a different way. If you're not the best talented, at least have the best command. Because we
Okay,
all
then it
know
has,
we
then in
operate
that
in so
sense it
many
would,
ways. No,
in
first
that
wait, Kate.
sense, yes.
At least if anyone has played football at a certain level, knows that there's one teammate, that inspires you, either with his technique, talent, and all that, or with his command. Oscar, you've played football, you know this. But when I look at Odegaard, he's talented, don't get me wrong, he's talented. But he's not like he's not that man. He's not that man to lead everyone else. Man, the likes of Declan Rice and Gabriel Magalhaes, they not only talk on the pitch, but also perform. Rice gives us an 8 out of 10 at least every game. At least every game. This is one of the reasons why his 100 million price tag is not talked about enough, because he performs. We can talk about the Madrid performance. Talk, tell me one performance Odegaard gave us one last season that, yeah, that you can say that, yeah, he inspired Arsenal. Can I shock you? Can I shock you?
Mm-hmm.
That
Go on.
performance was against PSV Eindhoven when we beat them over 6-0. I can't remember well. That is the only performance. He had 2 assists and a goal. Other than that, the guy is nowhere to be seen, man. And he's supposed to be my captain. I used uh, to watch Fabregas. Fabregas would inspire Arsenal, fighting and also creating for the rest. Henry, he would inspire Arsenal with just his talent, scoring goals.
Well,
Even
let me,
Xhaka, he wasn't the best of captains, but at least you could see he had some fight in him. I want my captain to take charge of the game, to dictate. There are games that have really starved for creativity so much that we have started crossing the ball countless times. The amount of times Arsenal crossed the ball last season is shocking. Shocking. At some point, we were playing like Burnley, man. That is
Well,
why we
no
had
man,
a lot of draws. So, man,
no man.
however much you like Odegaard, is a nitty player and all that, tidy, he's not the captain. He's not a leader. He's not. He's
No man.
not.
There are many things that factor in when coaches are selecting their captains. Yeah, it's not only the performance or their football
Yeah.
abilities. Sometimes it's their leadership qualities. You get that's why you find that most players that were captains during that times they end up coaches because they have some qualities like that other players maybe lack. You can be performing, putting up goals and assists. Okay, let's say like Saka, but if you don't have the leadership qualities, then you do not qualify to be a
No one
coach. I
mentioned
mean,
Saka. No
sorry.
one. No one mentioned Saka
Yes, that's
in
what
the
I'm saying.
captain
Then it's not
debate.
only
No one.
performance.
That's why they mentioned the guys that have the qualities. Rice and Magalas, they have those qualities. So why are you trying to make a case for Odegaard? You guys, you can just come
No,
and buy him, man. We are already tired
look,
of him.
no man, look. Your argument is that your captain has to be someone who is audible both on the pitch and also puts up
He
what
has to
good
inspire.
performances.
He has
Yes,
Yeah.
performances.
but
That is why
but
I can
the,
mention for you like 3 captains in Premier League. One of them
mm,
is Bruno. I criticize him a lot, by the way. But do you know what? He ends the season with the most GA in United. Even at his worst day, he will create. Am I wrong?
you're not wrong.
And that is, and we can all agree, he's been carrying your team for how many seasons now?
That is called being an example, leading. Okay, being an example, but
Exactly,
there
exactly.
is what we call leadership
Odegaard doesn't do
qualities.
that, man. And they,
Ro-
some fans have the audacity to compare him to Ozil, man. The
Oh,
disrespect,
are
man.
you sure? What?
There, there are fans that openly say that he's better than Ozil. I mean, I
Those
don't
two names
understand.
shouldn't be the same
Wait,
sentence. Wow.
Ken, go
no
on.
man,
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you quite a lot, but you're pissing me with this Odegaard, man. Yo,
well,
don't you
for me,
watch
in
this
my
guy?
perspective,
It
on
is
my
anyway.
in
Anyway,
my
it is your
point,
opinion and it is
yes.
subjective to criticism. But for me, Odegaard, if any Arsenal fan is out there watching me, Odegaard, I don't rate that guy. I don't rate him at all. He's not the best player, man. He's not. Go
Well,
on.
in my point, I
Yeah.
think we are all we are you're basing your okay. Fans are basing their points on the last 2 seasons, I think, because before that we all thought Odegaard is a better player than. Okay, there are a lot of fans. Me, I didn't think who thought Odegaard was a better player than Bruno Fernandes.
No.
Yeah,
Mm,
because he was putting up a show.
good
Okay,
numbers.
but
Mm.
I mean, not every season is going to be as good. So last season he slacked a bit, and he had his challenges, but I think he's a good. He can be a good captain. He is a good captain actually.
Man, you're still saying
Though,
he can be a good
yes,
captain.
yes.
Man,
What I'm saying is
yo,
yes.
you
Listen,
guy,
listen to
I
me.
have to remind you, this guy has been our captain for 4 years. For 4 years.
Listen.
We have won nothing with him.
I'm saying,
Nothing.
I'm saying Rice can be a better captain, but we all don't know that. What if you give him the chance and he's a worse captain?
He had Rice has already won the conference league with West Ham as a captain. That's a fact. That's a fact. So
Yeah,
at least he has something to back it up. Rice is one of our top 3 performers every season. Ever since he came in, actually. Ever since he came in, I just like him. Like he gives his all. Those are the standards I want. And that is why we had to sign another creative midfielder just to wake this guy up. He's so comfortable. He's Ateta's favorite child. I'm telling you. Arteta will drop other guys. He will never drop this nigga. He won't. He won't. But the guy is not performing to the standards we need him to perform.
So
We are at a
Norman,
level where we want to
Norman.
win the league. Ken, this is not 2020 when we had some jokers in the team, the Socrates, the Mustafis, the Iwobis, when we were just fighting for 8, 7, 6. The club has now evolved. We have leveled up. That is why some players are now out of the team. Zichenko, Jesus, the team has leveled up. It has now leveled up. They can't compete anymore to the standards. Why is Odegaard still in that team? If you have the audacity to drop Zichenko, actually, you guys saw Zichenko's interview. It was emotional. He said, now at 28, I'm not starting games anymore. Eh? They are not considering me. He's feeling like that because he's seeing there are guys starting every game but are not performing. Why aren't they dropped like him? Why? This guy is the captain, but all he does in games is scratch his nose and pull his hair behind. You guy, you're vanishing in every game, man. I need you to create. I need you to show up in games, inspire us to win games. You don't do that. Just go out of the team. Simple. Bring in another player. We need to win a title. It is exhausting finishing second every season, Kane. I'm telling you, it is so exhausting coming second best. You know why Klopp left Liverpool? He didn't leave because he was tired of Liverpool. No, he was just tired of competing against Pep without winning, and he had the
Mm.
ball to just step out. To give someone else a chance. And what else happened? Ancelotti came in his debut season with maybe his mojo and won with his squad. But don't forget, Klopp was competing at a high level every season against Pep and coming in short, unfortunately. He became tired of that. Oscar, you can agree or disagree, but for me, I feel Klopp left because he was tired of competing and not winning the league.
I believe so as well. I believe so as
Yeah.
well.
So this is where I want Ateta to be bold enough, yeah, come out and step down as the head coach. Go out with dignity. I don't think if Ateta goes away tomorrow, we might feel that he had a bad time at Arsenal. No, we respect the fact that he pulled us from the trenches, but man, he's not the guy to lead us to the title. He has failed to cross the line countless times. What is making you think that this is the season he's going to do it? The Premier League becomes tougher and tougher every season. Every season the league becomes tougher, and you're not doing even the simple basics. Now, legends are coming out to call you out. It means everyone is watching. It's not only Norman in Uganda seeing these things. Everyone is sees these things, man. Tony Adams first was Thierry Henry, and fans are emotional. They instead attack. Ateta fanboys annoy me so much that they don't even have the basis of their arguments. The club is not winning trophies, but you apparently you think there is no other coach that is going to lead Arsenal to a title. Ateta was the second in command at City. What is making you think that we can't get another decent coach? What? What?
As
So
my
hey,
manual friend already given his the
no
man is
man,
No, I'm
the
not
man
yet
Ken,
is
finished
you
either.
know what is
I've,
you know what Ken is doing?
you're still waiting. You're still
Ken is
waiting.
Ken is playing this game.
Ah,
He wants us to keep
let,
mediocre as United is
eh,
closing the gap. This is what he's
maybe
doing.
let's hear what he has to say because the man is like his points
He
might even
does.
evaporate.
Do you know what he does in my inboxes? He's always laughing every time he
Norman,
comes short. He's always
Ah,
laughing
Norman,
in my inbox. Now
Norman.
he's out here pretending that Hassan is a decent club. What do you do in my inboxes?
No
What
man.
do you do? You always call us jokers. Now
No man.
apparently right now we are a very big club, we are strong. We are
No
not.
man.
Say it as it is. The mediocrity as Arsenal has to stop, man. It has to stop.
No man. I'll stand on my 10 toes, on my point that Tony Adams is wrong for what is. Okay, he might be is right and wrong because one, you are saying that Odegaard cannot win the Premier League, yeah,
You cannot.
but you're not factoring in the fact that yes, other teams have also strengthened. You see, Liverpool has bought players. Are they just going to fold their hands and say, okay, now that Arsenal has made Rice the captain, let them win? No, it's a competition. Arsenal can become a better team if they make Rice their captain, but we do not know that. Yes, it can happen, but that doesn't mean that Liverpool will not strive hard. Man City will not strive hard to win. So that point doesn't make a lot of sense. Yes, he could have said yes, maybe Arsenal will become a better team, but saying that Arsenal cannot win with Odegaard, for me it doesn't make sense. Maybe it's biased because Rice is a fellow English
Come on.
international.
No
It can be
way.
that. Okay,
No way you're
okay,
saying that. Don't play that card, man. Don't play that
okay.
card.
Listen,
The guy performs better than Odegaard.
yes,
Simple. He
yes,
does. We
yeah,
all see that. We all see this. It is.
yes. He's a better player. Rice is a better player than Odegaard. That one we have all accepted. Okay, but
Let me
for
ask
me,
you, Ken.
I
Ken.
respect coaches' decisions.
Ken. Ken
Yes,
and Oscar. Among the
Yeah.
two guys, who would you rather buy in Arsenal? Rice and Odegaard.
of
Tell
course,
me.
everyone is buying Rice.
Yes, as we are still on that point, maybe I can just give you a heads up.
Yeah.
Ateta had a vote carried out, and it looks like most players chose Odegaard to be their captain. So he was coming out as well at defending Odegaard. So yeah, he's saying that the team, the management, and
Oscar,
everyone thinks that Odegaard should be. I'm reading. It's not my view. I'm reading for you what they
let,
have just what they
let
posted
me
about
put
26,
let me
26.
put context into that.
Hmm.
Do you know the squad that picked Odegaard back then?
I
Saliba was
remember.
there.
Yes.
Rice wasn't bought yet. Raya
Yeah, but
wasn't
what
bought.
I'm talking about is they
No,
have
no, but
made a
let me
poll.
finish.
They
Let me
made a
first finish.
poll.
The
Yeah.
poll, yes. I'm telling you, the guys that voted for Odegaard are not at the club right now. The likes of
Yes.
Nuno Tavares, the likes of David Luiz, he was leaving already. The likes of Lacazette, the likes of Uba, the likes of Fabio Vieira, the likes of Lukonga, such guys, jokers. So it was pretty evident he was the best of the big bunch. A poor squad back then. You can't
Mm.
tell me that guys like Magares, Timber, Saliba, Raya are really seeing Odegaard as
It,
their leader.
it's
I don't
it's
think
what
so.
it's what is being reported, and they are saying midfielder retains Arsenal captaincy by 100 miles in the vote. Okay, so
Do you know?
No man,
don't that is the poll that has been
no
carried
man,
out according to Ateta.
no man.
You see, Oscar and Kane, I believe in that dressing room, there are so many
Mm.
senior players that don't have confidence in Ateta himself. I'm telling you.
No man.
But
Yes.
Ken, are you done? Are you done yet?
No, I have one more point to put through.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yes, for me, I respect managers' decisions. But okay, by the mere fact that he has brought in some statistics of polls there and other players
Mm,
still choosing Odegaard, it means there's something
mm.
some value that he holds there to uplift him to that level. Yeah.
He's
So
just nice
when I
captain.
compare the decision of uh, of Mikel Arteta and Tony Adams. Okay, I tried looking out on. I've tried googling here Tony Adams, and his managerial career ended very badly. You
It was
get,
a disaster.
and when you look at Mikel Arteta, he has tried. He
And
has
what
actually
about his
succeeded.
playing career? What about
Yeah.
his playing career? Have you googled about it?
No, his playing career, yes, he was a decent player. He managed. I
Don't
think
say
he was
decent.
captain.
Don't say
No,
decent. He's one of
he was a good player. He managed.
apparently
He,
guys
he
that
was a
watched
captain
him. He's
for
one of
like
the
around
Premier
15
League
years. So that is
quotes.
sorry.
Guys that watched Premier League back then,
Mm.
they consider him one of the best defenders in
Yeah,
Premier League
yeah, he
history.
was. He was.
So of
Because
course, you might be a good player, but not a good coach. We have seen it so many times.
yes,
We have seen
that's why
Lampard,
a coach.
we have
That's why
seen
I'm saying.
Rooney, we have seen Henry. They have all struggled, but it
That's why
doesn't
I'm
mean
saying
that
that
they
a
don't
coach.
have. So you mean Ken? You mean if I failed at being a coach, I don't have a right to speak about other coaches? Is that
You,
what you're
you
saying?
what I'm saying is your point. If I compare your point and
Mm,
a point of someone who has been a successful coach, I'll take if both of you choose a captain, I'll
yeah.
take the captain chosen by what? The successful coach. That's my point.
What do you call success?
I
Finish
mean,
in second.
do you know how bad Arsenal were and how good they are now?
Yo, yo.
uh,
In Arteta's 5-season reign, Spurs has won a Europa League. West Ham has won a Conference League. Chelsea has won a Champions League, a Super Cup, and the Europa League in that period. Manchester
Conference League.
United, Manchester United, the one we like to banter a lot, has won 4 trophies in that period. Yo, what do you call success? Is that success to
Are
you?
you?
Okay.
Is that success to you, Ken? Are you
Why
serious?
okay, earlier on you made your point that Arsenal is still a better team on paper than Man. Why is that? Because Arsenal has evolved to become the better team, and that is you cannot rule out the fact that Arteta has been part of that. You
I,
know,
I'm not. I'm not ruling out that fact. I said
yes.
he was is credited to pulling us out of the trenches.
Mm.
But is he the guy to lead Arsenal to the title? That is the question. Is he? I want you
He
to tell
can't
me.
be.
He can be.
If I
He
may,
can be.
i-
We don't know the
if
season
I
ahead. He has assigned
Ken,
the players that you guys felt like were missing in Gyökeres. So
Ken,
we don't know what to expect. He can win it because
Ken.
yes.
Maybe before you give your prediction of
Mm.
this game, if I may just to talk about the Tony Adams thing as well.
Okay.
You see, I
Good.
listened to that thing 2 times, and the question was asked. You see, how a question is asked and how the question goes about is one help you understand what the person who is speaking is trying to drive across. The question was about Ateta. They were asking him about how he sees Ateta. And that is how the Odegaard thing came up. He was trying to get at Ateta. He was trying to diss Ateta, if I can put it that way. And for him, he clearly his body language, he was trying to let people, without even saying it, he was trying to say that Ateta is not actually a good coach in his view. And for me to actually, he actually later on said that when he had made those points about Odegaard and talked about Rice and Gabriel, he said that Odegaard, I mean, he said Rice is a winner, Ateta is not a winner. And the host of the show tried to cool down the thing by trying to say that maybe people got you wrong and all that. People didn't get him wrong. He said what he had to say. He was trying to say that Ateta has not been a winner, even in his football career, and even as a coach, he has not been a winner. That was the point he was trying to put across. His point actually wasn't about Odegaard. His main point wasn't actually about Odegaard. His point was actually about Arteta. Now, for me, I have as well my reservations on Arteta. And one thing I can assure you, if we are to talk about Ateta in particular, Ateta's decision making, unless he grows out of it this season, Ateta's decision making is the one reason why I believe Arsenal will not actually win it. What the EPL? That is my personal view. But you see, my predictions are going to be different. So just hold it there. Now, if I'm to talk about Odegaard, I believe that in this era, in the day and age of Tony Adams, these guys needed, they had captains that were iconic captains. Liverpool, we had Gerrard. I mean, come on. Chelsea
Inspiration.
had Terry. Yeah, Arsenal had Tony Adams. They had Vieira. They had Henry. I mean, they had Fabregas. You guys, I watched Fabregas. If I may just also talk about that guy. That guy would not probably struggle to say. They would not say so many things. But man, the guy's feet could talk. People would follow along. Mature men following a
He was
22
a
year
fighter.
old, a 21-year old.
Fabregas was a fighter. If it gets
Yes,
dirty, he could pull
yes.
that.
So it was his play on the pitch that was actually inspiring to move on. So you guys actually hinted on the things, two things that actually Tony Adams was trying to say that he believes that Gabriel and Rice have. They perform practical on the pitch, but they also talk to other
Yeah,
players and try to inspire other players. But my view is that in this day and age, I've seen very many teams whereby the captain is not necessarily the best player on the pitch, but at
yeah,
least the captain does one thing. Of the two, at least he does one. Henderson was I mean Henderson sometimes was the starter in our team, in the
mm,
Liverpool team. He
yeah,
wasn't necessarily even the best player, but
yeah,
Henderson would talk. Henderson
yeah,
would command. You get,
mm,
and it used to annoy some people, but I mean, at some point, I got to understand that you know what, those are the two qualities that are needed for a captain. At least have one of them if you don't have both of them. You
true.
get Van Dijk. I mean, Van Dijk has both. I mean, come on, that's the guy that almost all Liverpool fans knew that you know what, this is the guy going to be our captain at some point.
Yeah,
So I believe that for Odegaard, the criticism is mainly on his performance, but you can also criticize his attitude on the pitch. How is he
yeah,
inspiring the? I mean, your Saka is your best player. So what are you doing? What are you telling him? You don't have to wait for the coach to, correct things here and there. You get
yeah.
what are you trying? So me, I believe that Arsenal can win a trophy even with Odegaard as captain, but I don't think he can be a starter in that team.
Yeah.
If he's the
Can
starter all the time, if he's the starter all the time, then there is trouble. Because one thing is, Arsenal, that means that Arsenal is going to do what? Be crossing the ball from the wings because their best, uh, their
player.
best creative guys are on the wings. You get
Yeah,
that means that Odegaard is offering nothing in the middle. You get so if let's say they have an Eze, or maybe another creative player, maybe Nwaneri is the one playing. Maybe they share roles with him that can actually work. You get. So for me, I believe that is the thing about Odegaard. Odegaard is not necessarily the best player around. Norman doesn't really like him because probably I believe he's like in the category of the Hendersons in some of his football, but he needs to grow that voice. He needs to be able to command. If his skill level is not working, I believe
and
that he needs to at least have that voice, command the team. You know,
Oscar, do
command.
you
Yeah,
know this guy uses too many touches to pass the ball? So many.
yeah. That
For
is why I'm saying that
midfielder,
it's not his strength.
a number 10, you shouldn't use more than 3 touches to pass the ball to the striker. But this guy likes massaging the ball. The guys make the run, he's still being neat and tidy. All that
Mm,
nonsense pisses me off. Do you watch Cole Palmer? Actually, we have only left with only one number 10 in the league, and that is Palmer.
mm,
Does
mm.
Palmer bot? Does he show bot? No.
No,
But he
he,
creates.
he, he- his his
He
dribbling has
doesn't
purpose to
that
it.
he's still in his half or advanced, he creates chances. He doesn't choose so
Mm,
many times. That is how a number 10 should play. Guys that have
mm.
watched number 10s, the Kakas, the Ozils, the Iniestas, man, your decision making has to be quick.
Top
Like you
notch,
have
yeah,
to see the pitch better than anyone else.
yeah. So
Odegaard
for me,
was
me, I
ball.
believe, I believe that he can still remain the captain, but he cannot be a starter all the time. Because
But
if
then
he's
now,
still like the
how
main
are you going to lead the guys from the bench? Does it make sense?
No, I mean, we have seen teams lifting trophies. We have seen Barcelona. Barcelona's sometimes their captains have been on the bench or maybe even injured, and they actually have
Yeah.
gone ahead to actually lift La Liga. Like for example, this year their captain Ter
Yes.
Stegen has been injured, and they have lifted the trophy. For me, my point is that he doesn't necessarily have to be the best player, but he needs to at least grow that voice of leadership. And Arteta needs to be bold and know that if a player is not performing, bench the player. And for me, I believe if he has the fact that he brought Madueke, please let it. I pray that the good thing is that he bought the guy. He better not just sit. At least give the guy a chance. At least let the guy fail. Then everyone allows that the guy has failed. But give the guy a chance to play
Madueke will
Martinelli's
play.
position.
He's competing
Give him a
against
chance to play.
Matchday, for Christ's sake. He'll play.
Yeah. So yeah, for me that is my view, and I believe that this Man U Arsenal game, I believe Arsenal will win. Though I'm still thinking that it's really going to be tight. So uh, I would like to go for a draw. I would like to go for 2-2. And the reason
Okay.
I'm going for 2-2, 2-2 or 1-1, I'm still undecided on the draw I'm going for, but I'm going for a draw. The reason I'm going for a draw is because I believe both teams are not yet ready. They are not yet set. You get? They are not yet set to actually go for the season.
Trust
Yeah.
Arteta to start Kai Havertz against United.
I
That
actually
guy
believe
is
he's going to start.
guy is mad.
I
I'm
I
telling
actually
you,
believe he's going to start. I believe he's going to start. I believe Kai
you,
Havertz is going to start.
we won't win. We won't win if he's starting. I'm telling you. You've talked about his decision makings, eh? Ken,
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
remember last season? Uh, we the first two games, the guy made some silly decisions. Starting Partey at right back, benching Gabriel Magalas. I mean, we didn't understand what this guy was trying to invent.
He
All of
was
a
trying to
sudden,
be
he changed
a
the whole
pep.
system.
He, he was trying to be a pep.
Uh,
Yeah.
and you know what happened? We got silly
Hey.
draws in the first game,
Eh.
man. Fulham held us to
Mm-hmm.
at the Emirates. I remember which other team that drew with us, man. Because
Tottenham.
of silly decisions, you know your
There's
best
that game
team,
where
your best uh, formation. Why are you changing things? Why all of a sudden trying to think outside the box? I don't know what's wrong with Spaniards, man. They love tinkering. I saw that with Enrique also, but they always pay the
But
price.
Benitez.
The
Yeah.
Benitez, they always pay
There's
the
a
price
payment.
tinkering.
Yeah.
But
And
I don't know what
for me, my prediction.
Arteta, um, Kenny, I like the fact that you've tried to advocate for the Arsenal guys, but I know what you're playing. You know, if Arteta continues at Arsenal, you guys have a chance to close the gap. I know that is what you want, but trust
But
me,
by the
if
way,
he doesn't win the trophy this season, there are no excuses anymore. We will demand
by the
5
way,
head. He has to go. So,
by the way,
mm,
by the way, for me, my prediction, my PL prediction for the top four, it is best,
we are going to
especially.
wind that. I just want
Hey,
to
okay.
give
let me
Kenny
first go in for
time
this
because
prediction.
I've
Yeah.
interrupted him a lot. I want him to
Yeah.
conclude with his analysis on the game and prediction. Then we can wind up with the predictions later.
I think going into this game, both teams are really looking to start the season on a high note.
Yeah.
United is at home, and the atmosphere will be ablaze. Like both teams want to prove a point. You get.
Yeah.
Um, I think it will be a really difficult game. I think no one is seeing it as an easy walkover because they've done that in the past, but has forgotten that
Yeah,
we are also trying. We have also been strategizing coming into the season.
yeah,
You get me
yeah.
as a fan, as a United fan. I actually wanted our first 10 games to be very, very, very difficult. Just the way
Oh,
it came out, yeah. Because I
Mm.
wanted us
okay.
to start with a hard game so that if we start badly, at least we have maybe smaller teams that we try to pick up on.
Yeah.
So this
Mm.
game is going to be hard. United looks forward to winning it. Arsenal also looks forward to winning it, but I'm seeing a draw because on paper, yes, Arsenal is a better team. So my prediction is going to be 2-2 for this game. I see both of yes,
That's a
yeah.
good one.
So yeah, that's my prediction for this game,
Okay.
Well,
and I'll be very comfortable if we get a draw. Yeah.
because that's
That
what
will be
I like.
serious.
I understand. That is when the bar gets low, it becomes normal. Oscar, don't laugh. It becomes normal. Who knew?
No,
Who knew that United will be comfortable picking a draw at Old Trafford? Who
of
knew?
course I want us to win. By the no man,
Times have
anything is
changed.
possible in football.
Times have changed.
Anything is football. Anything is possible in football. We can
Yeah,
predict and things change
my
on
guy,
Sunday. Okay.
your prediction looks decent. I like it. But for
Mm.
me, I predicted the 3-1. If Gyökeres starts, if he doesn't start and you say Kai Havertz, I'm also going for a draw. Because I don't like that guy in my starting lineup. I don't. For Christ's sake, I'm tired of watching games with Havertz and Martinelli in the same team. Oh my god, they stress me so much. I don't like those two guys. So, if Gyökeres starts, I'm expecting a debut goal. Expect this celebration. If he starts, your defense is shaky. Yeni Yoro and who? Who are the centre backs that are going to play? What is the
Of
predicted centre
course,
back?
for us, we are not yet. We don't have a very stable one. But Lenny Euro is one of the centre backs that I trust. And then I think Delete and that kid from Arsenal, Aiden. Those guys are quite. They're good. They're young and good. So they are promising. So
You have a decent centre back, by the way.
the issues that I'm seeing right now, United, is
Is Licha back?
the central midfield. Okay, because this system that you're trying to play, it tries to accommodate Bruno Fernandes, and the only place he can play is in the center midfield.
You
And we
guys,
have seen, yes, we have seen the pivot not working between him and the other players. Okay,
Casemiro. Ken,
Casemiro, Ugarte, Mino, those guys are too slow on the ball. Yeah, so that's why you have been trying to pursue this kid
yeah.
from Brighton. So if you
Baleba.
get that, yes, if you get Baleba, then I feel like we are going to be a hard team as well because
But
he
they're
brings in,
outpriced, man. Are you really willing to pay
bro.
100
United
M?
has the money. We all doubted until we spent close to 200 and something this transfer season. So what
But
I'm saying is,
Baleba
if we,
is a prodigy, man. 100
yes,
M. Well,
no, but
let's
it's
see.
the profile that we need in our midfield right now because we don't have good ball carriers and people who can run
Ugarte.
from. No, Ogata is good, but he loses the ball quite often in very serious positions, and that can cost us. That's why we need someone who can defend and move the ball forward. And I think that profile is a one Baleba. And if we get him, you guys will cry.
Okay. Should I tell you one thing, Ken?
Yeah.
One of the reasons why Arsenal has enjoyed success against United in the previous seasons, it's because of your poor midfield. For some reasons, coaches have been, whether it's Ten Hag, Amrim, they have been starting Casemiro, Eriksson, Bruno. Now, that is a midfield with no legs. And you know what
All
Arsenal
the men
has?
only.
Yeah, Arsenal has Rice, the guy never stops running. And now, Zubimendi is so good at picking the ball from the back and releasing these wingers. So the one thing you shouldn't let Arsenal do on Sunday is to win the midfield battle. It will be a long day for you guys. I'm telling
Look,
you.
look. The best
And
thing we can do
yeah,
is if Bruno doesn't play in the center midfield, and then we have a pivot of maybe Ugarte and mine. Because
yeah.
Bruno and any other midfielder has not really worked out for us well. Bruno in my opinion, he plays best if he's playing as a number 10.
Yeah.
But then we have Cunha and Belmo, so that leaves him with only maybe being played as a number 8 against either Maino,
What is your
Casemiro, or
predicted?
Gatti.
Okay. Who do you predict to start in the middle?
I think obviously Bruno is our best player, so they have to play him.
And what about
but then
the
you
other?
you can't not play Mbeumo and Cunha, so they have to play Ancesco.
I
I feel
actually
like
believe
Sesko is not a tradie, so they're going to. I think this guy is going to play Højlund.
the guy with number 7. The guy with number 7. What's his name?
Mount.
Mason
No,
Mount. I strongly believe he's going to play. I strongly believe he's going to start.
That guy should, for me, I think it should be a substitute because he only turns the games around when he comes in as a substitute. But when he starts,
I strongly believe he's going to start.
renders
I
for us.
strongly believe he's going to start.
You see, Ken, I'm not even trying to disrespect United, but I know for a fact Ruben Amorim will make mistakes choosing that lineup, and that is why I'm pretty sure that midfield will have Bruno, Casemiro, and Ugarte. He will try to play 2 DMs, but Casemiro can't be starting games in 2025. I'm telling you.
Look, Casemiro won't start that game. My prediction for the lineup, my prediction for the lineup is going to be Lenny Euro as the right centre back. Yeah, as the right centre back. Then the central centre back will be either Delete or Maguire.
Yeah.
And then on this side, we are going to have, I think, Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw is going to start. Although personally, I'll prefer Aiden.
Oscar, see, you see the cycle. It doesn't stop.
Yes, I'm telling you what I expect from the manager.
Luke Shaw is still starting games. Luke Shaw is still starting games in 2025 at United.
That is Amorim for you. But for me, I would have started that Aiden Heaven.
No.
Who is that? Is that an academy player?
Don't play.
That is the kid who came from us. That kid is good. That kid is good.
From the academy. From the academy.
From Arsenal.
Oscar, should I tell you one thing?
If he dares,
yeah, we sold him to United. Oscar, if he dares to play those 2 kids in the centre back, Euro and Evan,
those kids will make Havertz look good.
Goal.
You will make Havertz look good for nothing, man.
Not even Havertz. Gabriel, the way he attacks the box for set pieces.
I think we need a.
Can they be a match for those guys? Can they?
I mean, if established defenders are struggling with Gabriel, how do you expect those kids to cope?
I'm telling you, don't dare play those 2 kids in the centre back.
Those are the same kids who held Arsenal by the to a draw last season.
My friend, this is a different day. This is 2025, my friend.
Ken, I want you to be clear. You guys were supposed to win that game, and what happened? You allowed Arsenal back in the game, yet we were so poor that day. So don't try to credit them. Don't. Those kids are not a match for these Arsenal big guys. Especially
you guys want an over on the first day.
Yeah, and I'll take that. I'll take that all day. If I see Heaven and Yellow, you think Gyökeres can be scared of Yellow and Heaven? He will fancy
you guys. I don't think Amorim will be that stupid. I believe that he will actually play Delete. I believe he will play Delete or Lenny Euro, and Maguire. Those 3 will start. That's what I believe.
I believe Arsenal won't have a straightforward win. Of course,
United. Yeah, I believe it will be
but man, that United's midfield doesn't really convince me. It doesn't. They look so bad. They have
what I'm saying. No man, I've clarified this for you that if we play Bruno that centre midfield, then we are going to have
have the
gap there. But if Bruno is played as a number 10, and then we
yeah.
have one of Ogate and
Mm,
mine, then we can challenge for the ball because
yeah.
Bruno, Bruno for me just doesn't work out in the midfield. If he
Yeah.
plays, if he's played up front, that is well and good. But of course,
Because
for my
one thing
prediction,
for sure, one thing for
he's going
sure
to
is
play in the
uh
midfield.
you know what Arsenal is going to do. They will want to keep the ball. So
Yeah.
Of course, they're going
you
to try
have
to
to
keep the ball.
prepare for that. You get it? Well, this has been very intense, as I expected. Ken, you really rattled me, but yeah, I've loved the show. Let's go to the season predictions. Hey, remember in
My
May this clip will play. So you guys have to be very sure on what you predict. I want you to predict the EPL winner, the Golden Boot winner.
my season prediction.
No, first wait. The EPL winner, the Golden Boot winner, the relegated teams, and the MVP. Yeah, that's the four predictions I want you guys to do. So Oscar, you
Okay.
can go first.
Okay. Let me start with the relegated teams. I believe the relegated teams are going to be Sunderland. They're going to be Burnley. Uh, is it Leeds, Burnley, Leeds. Now I'm still unsure if Sunderland will go or it will be a West Ham.
Mm.
But I believe that there is a spot for one of those teams. So let me just go with let me go with West Ham. I'll go with West Ham
West Ham, Burnley, and Leeds.
and Leeds. Yes, I believe I'm going to give Sunderland a chance. Then
Okay.
um, then my top four, number four,
Mm.
I'll go with Chelsea.
Chelsea.
For me, Chelsea are my dark horse, even in the title, because I believe they can actually win the title as well. It's only that I don't trust that they have a good striker.
Okay.
The Chelsea number four, number three, I'll go with let me go with this is a hard one. Let me go with Man City.
Yeah.
Then number two, my number two. Can I give my reasons?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'll start with Chelsea. You guys relax. So the reason I think Chelsea would be number four is because I believe that their team is really good and their team can win any tournament. But I believe over a Premier League season, they are still growing and they really don't have the keeper for it. And I
Yeah.
believe that their defense is one Van Dijk, one Terry, one Rio Ferdinand type of player away from being the best because I believe that they actually are very good, but they lack organization.
They should
I
go
believe
for
that Chelsea.
Inter.
I don't know, but for me, the one thing I believe is that that's actually they have those are their two big one of their biggest weaknesses, the keeper. Then
Mm.
that one defender to organize them.
Yeah.
Then of course the striking. I really don't trust that they have a that serious goal poacher. I really don't trust that. Much as my brother can support, I mean, thinks that Yao Pedro is the guy. He has not done anything to convince me. So Chelsea, I mean, Man City. Two things. Man City, I believe they win the title or even go beyond number three, because of Pep. Nothing less. It's not because of the players, but it's because of Pep. I believe that they are still in a transition. I believe that they still need more players to actually be better than they were last season. They actually
Mm.
need more players. So for me, anything they achieve, for me, it is down to Pep. It's not because they have maybe this player or the other player. Because I believe Pep has time and time again proven to us that he's actually that elite coach, and I believe he's the best coach in the Premier League. Probably, I would even say in the world. I can dare say that even. So now my number two. This is where now you guys are going to be shocked, and I'm going to tell you why. My number two is going to be Liverpool. Let me give
Yeah.
you my reasons why. The reason I say Liverpool is because Liverpool has bought, let's count them, Ekitike, Vats, Kakes, Frimpong, who is there a fourth player?
I think
Is
Isak
there
is
a,
coming. You guys are sure.
yeah, okay, let's include Isak. Now, all those players Liverpool has brought in, those are actually starters.
Yeah.
Those are actually starters. Now, I believe that there are only two ways this thing can go. Those starters can start slow, and that will actually be a problem for Liverpool because they will not amount enough points before they actually gel. All those starters can gel, and unfortunately, things be bad for everyone. Because
Yeah.
I believe that when people say Liverpool is going to win the trophy, I believe that it is down to because of the kind of players that they have brought in. But the problem with this is that when you make so many changes, these players have to get used to each other. You get. So
Yeah.
for me, just with what I saw, how Salah was kind of like out of place. Frimpong is done flying on the wing. Salah is coming in, and when he's coming in, he's not coming with the ball. He's just walking in. I mean, waiting to be supplied. Salah is usually the supplier. He's not the one waiting to be supplied. You get it? So that is
Yeah.
something that he has to now slowly by slowly get used to. So for me, I believe if you're asking me about Champions League, I'm very confident. I believe Liverpool can win Champions League if you're asking me who I think can win Champions League. But if you're talking about Premier League right now, I'll put Liverpool at number two. Now, the reason I'm putting Arsenal number one, and this is a wild take, the reason I'm putting them number one is because they only have two people who are going to be starters, and their team has stability. They have stability. You get? And the starters that we're talking about, these are starters in positions that actually are good. Forget about the Martinelli part. These are starters that are in positions that are good. Forget also the what the Odegaard part. Relax, relax. Let me finish. Okay. You say what you need to say. First, say what you need to say. You say what you
No,
need to say.
not in my wildest dreams.
Did you
Guys,
think that I would put
Hey, you
Arsenal?
guys, you guys,
that the
you
front
guys.
three of Martinelli, Kai Havertz, can win Arsenal
Hey,
title. Never. It
hey.
can't happen.
Now,
You
Cannot.
guys,
for
I'm
me, for me,
saying,
Those guys are too average. They are too average. They cannot.
yes, Ken.
guys, I'm saying, I'm
It pains
seeing
me to
Yeah.
say
Fabrice
it.
has tweeted that United has officially bidded for this guy,
Baleba,
so we might.
It is okay.
Yes,
It is
you
okay.
have
It is
sent an
okay.
official
Bomba.
It is
bid for
okay.
Baleba.
It is okay. It is okay. But for back that is a good one. That is a really brilliant player that I would have loved at Liverpool. But what I can tell you, is that Arsenal's issue, eh, just like you see that we say that Odegaard is on and off form, he's actually off form, and it's like as if Arteta doesn't think that he needs to at least replace this guy or at least have a substitute that can come and do the job when he's not doing the job. For me, I believe Arsenal's problem, why my prediction will not come to pass is because of what? Because of Arteta. And for me as a Liverpool fan, if I'm to speak with my heart, that is what I'm actually hoping that will happen. You get, but if I'm to speak with my brain is telling me that I mean something has to happen. If it has happened so many times, you have to just be daft not to actually learn a lesson because Arteta has played this way for over 4 years, hmm? And he has been number two, number three, number four. You get it? So at least he needs to learn something and be like, you know what? I need to
Mm,
change something. Something needs to change somewhere. So I believe that this is going to be the season once he's going to change something because my personal view is that if Pep is done that actually, or even Klopp is done that had that Arsenal team last year, even with those injuries, I believe Liverpool still would have been beaten with the trophy. That is my personal view. Because I believe
yeah.
that
Ken.
Arteta was actually the main reason why they lost that trophy.
So guys, unfortunately my battery is running low. I'm just on 11%. As you can see, the electricity is off.
Sorry.
You guys should wind up before I just randomly go.
Okay, good, good.
Okay. For me, my prediction is
Yeah.
going to be Man City because man, for me, I can never doubt Pep. He has
Yeah.
I
signed
understand.
players. He has
I
signed players, and the
understand.
old ones have gone.
Yeah,
Mm,
So I believe he's going to really do miracles and beat teams here and there and finish first. Then my second
I can't
prediction
argue.
is going to My number two is going to be Liverpool. Much of
Yeah.
them they've
Okay.
signed almost everyone they want. They're still going for Isak.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it play out with teams like Madrid, where you sign Mbappe, you literally sign everyone you want, and things still don't work out.
Mm.
That is exactly what I'm seeing for Liverpool after signing Vitz for close to 100, going for
Ah,
Ekitike.
over 100, my
Uh,
brother.
yeah, over 100 going for Ekitike, and then they even now want to go for Isak. I don't know.
Mm.
I feel like it might not work out. So that is
Mm.
my prediction. And then Arsenal, I see
Mm.
Arsenal being number three. But then the
Okay.
number four,
Mm.
United has just made a bid for.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You man. You man. Are we bringing
We
Man
have just
United into
made
the
a
top
bid.
four right now?
Yo, we have just made a bid
Eh?
for Baleba. So you guys,
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
honestly
All right.
I had put Chelsea as my number four, but I've just crossed them
Yes.
out now and put United there. Because if we fix our midfield, then I'm hoping that we can actually qualify for Champions League next season.
But
Yes.
So
I am believing that with the fact that you guys are not playing any other one, if Amorim fails to
yeah,
take you
yeah,
guys to
exactly.
Champions League, Amorim should be sacked.
Yeah, if honestly, personally, I think if Amorim keeps playing the way he was playing, he might not finish this season.
December might find him
Yeah,
in Portugal. He might find him at his home,
Remember also
jobless.
what I told you in our prediction.
Your prediction,
because he has
your
no excuse
prediction.
now. If we sign Baliba and then we still perform the way we did last, then he literally has no
Yeah,
excuse.
I
They've
told
given him all
yes,
the
everyone
players
that's
he
I
true.
want
wanted.
Christmas with you. I still stand by that prediction.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Let's wait and see.
No man, you haven't given us yours now.
You
Let's.
guys have you guys are forgetting the MVP and top scorer.
My
Oh,
top scorer is going to be Haaland. My
Mm.
MVP, I believe, will be. I believe it will be Haaland. Then MVP, I'll probably give it to one of the Liverpool players, probably Salah.
Vitz.
Okay.
Well, my top scorer is still going to be Haaland.
Mm.
Then my MVP is going to be Vitz because I see him being one of the most the best playmaker. I see him
I
being
believe so too. I believe so too.
being a very good signing for Liverpool. So he's going to be
Mm.
my MVP. And then the
Okay.
teams that are going to be relegated, I think obviously the teams that Leeds, um, which other team was promoted?
Sunderland
I think
Burnley.
Burnley.
I see Leeds, Burnley going back, and probably Wolves. I don't see Wolves doing a lot this season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Well, for me, I'd even done the prediction part with Dowie on our previous show, but I'm going to do it again.
Okay. Okay.
For me, the champion, I'll go for Liverpool. Uh,
Mm,
Man City will come second.
mm.
Third, I went for Chelsea to chip in.
Ah, you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. And fourth, I went for Arsenal.
Man, I
We
thought you had kicked Arsenal out of the top four, man.
we are going to have a season. Trust me. You will see. You guys will be here in May. Last season, I met Ken. Sorry, I met Ken before the season started. I gave him
Mm,
my 4. I told Ken, if we remember
mm,
properly, I
Mm.
told Ken Liverpool is finishing above Arsenal. He laughed at me. But I gave him my simple reason. I told him Liverpool has forwards that score goals. Arsenal
mm,
doesn't. And that
mm.
what and tell me what was the aging part between the two? It was
Ah, man,
goals.
guys hit goals, man. 17,
You
it was 17 goals more than you guys.
see? So even right now, even if we have bought Yokores, I know I love him as a signing, but I don't feel it's enough to close the gap.
Ian Wright says he can add some 15 goals.
And by the way, talk about it. Did you hear Ian Wright saying, They asked him, how many goals should Gyökeres score for you guys to win the title? The guy said 15. I'm like, what?
What? Is he okay?
15 goals. You expect your top striker to score 15 goals for you to win the league.
15 goals, won't cut it.
15
15 goals,
goals.
won't cut it.
Havertz scored those goals last season.
I
And
can
still,
I can as well cancel my prediction if that is the case.
you see, but man, everyone is
15? No.
his opinion, but I know Ian Wright he loves Arsenal. He will always predict Arsenal to win everything. But man,
Mm.
if you go on facts, I don't first of all trust the coach. I don't trust our
Yeah,
left.
man.
I don't trust our playmaker. So those are three positions that are not addressed. So
Mm.
I'll go Arsenal to finish fourth. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Arsenal fans, but you always come for me. There are so many Arsenal fans I know. They're going to come in my inbox. They always do. They always come. But you know what? I always tell them one thing. Let's wait for May. We pray for life.
Mm. Mm.
And I don't always like to come out as, the winner, but I always do win
Mm.
with the predictions. I always.
Okay.
So,
Okay, we shall be here in May.
yeah, May is not far. And
Yeah.
Oscar here is our good friend Moses. He always speak good things about Arsenal. I really
I'm
want
going to
to watch
tap him this
Moses.
weekend.
I really want to watch Moses. Dude, I would love to hear his prediction. I'm going to actually text him in our group. I love to hear his prediction. So, my MVP, I'm not going to differ from you guys. I feel Vats is going to have a big season, a big debut season for Liverpool. Yeah. So I'll go for Vats as my
Okay.
MVP and signing of the season. My top scorer,
Okay.
I'll still go for Haaland. That guy will first slap these relegation guys hat tricks.
And he always
there's,
starts
the,
on fire.
there's the way he
That
collects
guy.
goals. Very, very
Ah,
soon. Past 10 games,
hey.
the guy already has 10 goals.
Uh-huh.
So I expect him, man, to really take the
Hey,
goal. Yeah.
exactly.
Well, it's been a very good show, guys. I've enjoyed
Yeah.
the interaction. It's been superb, the energy and everything. I really thank you for coming on. Ken, I don't know if you're going to be a regular panelist. I don't know. But man, you should always come on to have this
Yeah,
interaction. Don't always just come in my inbox. Attack me here. We go head to head. Eh?
yeah. I'm looking forward to coming back. Eh?
Yeah.
If there's nothing that is preventing me, then why not?
Yeah.
I can
All
always
right.
come on if I have the
Yeah,
time.
Friday is our normal day for doing the previews. I always have Dory and Oscar here. So you can always tell me if you're ready. I just give you the link, then you chip in, man. And we are looking forward, man, to make this bigger. Maybe at some point we can do watch alongs, for example, on a big day like United, Arsenal, United, Liverpool. Maybe we can do a
Oh
live
man,
stream, and yeah, that
that
would
would
be
be nice. That would be nice.
yeah. So we are looking forward to growing this channel, man, and having other people. It's open to every football fan, man. You can already come in. If you have guys out there that are willing to come and share their thoughts, they are always free to come. So
All right.
I created something that could for me it's a safe space to talk about football. Since I love football, I'm passionate about it. It's always a pleasure to have people like you to share thoughts and argue. Yeah. So I
Okay.
have had Oscar today and our debutant Ken. He has not
Yeah.
disappointed.
True. 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 True.
So
Good work.
I'm looking forward to have you guys again on the show. Thank you
All
everyone
right.
that tuned in. Alex, my good brother, you've been there. Love you one day kunyo. So shout out to you, my guy. Um, I'll say these guys. I'll ask them to wish you a good evening and Oscar. Well, I wish you a good game, man. A good opening fixture. So
Yeah,
you
man. Let
guys,
me first. Yeah, I'm going to shower and just calm down and just wait to watch the. I hope that all goes well. But otherwise, thank you very much for everyone that watched. Thank you
mm,
for tuning in. Please continue subscribing and let's continue growing the channel and continue
yeah,
enjoying the games as they come. Yeah, no fighting. You bring your facts and we know we dissect your facts. If you bring us lies, we
yeah,
also dissect your lies and let you know that they are lies. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you also, Ken, for coming on. Yeah, have a good evening. Yeah.
Ken,
Yeah.
one last
Also, my
one.
last words. I want to thank everyone who has been watching, and most
Mm,
importantly, thank Norman for giving me this opportunity to come and have fun on this
sorry,
show. It has
brother.
been fun, yeah.
Yeah,
And I've got to meet some new people like Oscar in there. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe
Yeah.
time we can even link up in physically. Can be
yeah.
possible.
Yeah. Anytime.
So I'm
Sure,
really
sure.
grateful for this opportunity to be here, and I hope maybe sometime we can bounce back in here. Yeah,
Man, you can always
All
come
right.
on.
but I
Okay.
hope we smash Arsenal on Sunday.
We'll
No
see.
man,
Me, I'll be watching.
I
We
will
will
be in
see.
your inbox, and don't ghost me, don't blue tick me. Eh?
We will
Just now I'll
see.
be in your inbox.
We will see, brother. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Yeah, we'll
right.
be back
All
to
right.
review the games. So, guys, have a good
All
evening
right.
and
Peace
God bless.
out.
Peace.
All right. All right. Peace.